Good morning, everyone. My name is Graham Barker. I will be presenting my formal report for Clipchamp Emporium of all types of things teeming with tin timbalation. This report has been created by Webpage Wizard World. Let's start off with the introduction here. This is going to be a website analysis for Clipchamp Emporium. They've been feeling a decline in foot traffic since COVID and would like to finally introduce their business to the online world. As you can see in this graph here, we've got a large dip of customers and small businesses in downtown Nanaimo, of course during COVID, up a little bit near the end of the restrictions, and then it's gone down again because of the new parking restrictions in downtown Nanaimo. I will be analyzing 3 websites, and each of those websites will be analyzed based on their ease of use, theming, and important information. Theming is a really large portion of this because since Globnik Emporium only sells things that tinkle or make some sort of ringing noise, the draw from their products may not be one of the main things pulling customers. It may be simply their character. So that is why their website must represent their business. I also conducted a survey based on these 3 points, which will be shown as we continue. Start off, we'll do an analysis of the regional assembly of text. Overall, the website was pretty easy to navigate. It was great for theme. As you can see here on these pictures, the whole website looked as though it was in a file folder. As you may be able to guess, it sold paper and paper products, cards, all types of things involving paper, of course. It's a very cohesive theme. Didn't overpower it. Colors were nice and muted. It wasn't weird. It was just clean. A big part of their portion of their business was also typewriters, paper typewriters. So you can see there their maps look as though they've been written on a typewriter. It included a lot of really important information. As you can see here, there's nothing that was really missing at all, except for in its location hours page. Again, those are very nice maps, but they do not actually represent where that is if you don't already know those like 4 streets. So if it had some sort of link to Google Earth or Google Maps, or honestly even a better actual map, it would have ticked all the boxes. And I've included a bit of my survey, so of 300 people. So businesses that focus on a specific product or product type need to have a more interesting website to increase sales. I think it was about 83% of people agreed in some way that a business should have a cohesive theme, especially when it is dealing with one type of product. The second website we analyzed was Louis Potetta Fine Arts. This was a online only business, so the website was really the only way you as a person can interact with them. So it needed to have a very strong website. Now, the main issue with all of that is that it didn't. And as you can see, this homepage here, the very first page underneath its title, was this just mess. It is not very clear. There was multiple headers. You can't see the top one. There was this one on the side, the left side, I believe. All different fonts, all different font sizes, all different colors. You see even some portions are highlighted in white, strangely. So really big turnaway, I think, there for customers. Theme itself was fine. It was fairly clean once you got past the initial front page, but I think first impressions are very important, especially when the only way you can make money from your business is online through this website. So, and as for important information, there was a lot of really good information, a lot of really good descriptions for each piece. An issue though, it was all jammed in one tight pack, so you would actually have to scroll down to read all of the information, and while there was this huge portion of unused space just underneath each image that could have included the rest of the description. So I've got here from the survey, a huge amount, certainly more than half, more than 80%, agree that the font should be consistent, and it's a turn away if it's not. It just shows that you're unprofessional. So this website certainly received a lower mark. A lot of important takeaways from this one. And the last website we analyzed was the Goats on Roof website, which this is the first time I realized it's not actually goats on the roof, and it never has been. It's goats on roof, which is very interesting. The website I will be reviewing here is specifically the Old Country Market gift shop main building website, not any of the other businesses that are in that little conglomeration there. So all our elements were fairly clear. I mean, it's a very good looking website. Photos, you could tell, were professionally done. A lot of work in that. But the headers were a little annoying because anyone that had a drop down menu would only allow you to see the products within each specific category beneath the drop down. You couldn't view all houseware items, for instance, or home decor. You could only see the specific ones, and there was only like 2 or 3 options for each of those. So it led to the user having to click through many tabs just to see a few items. So that wasn't that great. Theme, very not necessarily a theme based on the character of the building is portrayed here, but a cohesive color scheme and design choices for each of the photos. That was all there, and that was very good. Information that was missing though was store hours and even a map or any sort of visualization of its location. There was the address. So if for some reason someone didn't already know of Goats on the Roof, or Goats on the Roof, that is, it would be difficult for them to find information about the store on their own website. So that was something that was a bit of an issue. Another one was some items didn't have sizes. Specifically, I was looking at the ceramic mushrooms, and it's kind of hard to tell how large they actually are, especially if you're going to be buying online, which you can do here. So you kind of have to just estimate with the picture. There was no actual dimensions, so that was unfortunate. And part of the survey here, we've got before visiting a business, users generally view the website first. Again, roughly 80% agreed that they check the website before they visit. So a really strong website is very important. Goats on the Roof has a very good looking one, but still some issues, still some takeaways from that website nonetheless. So our conclusion here is that having a clean and easy to use website will always lead to more customers. The customers will always want to come there, want to visit it, if they get a great sense of who you are through the website and how organized you are and how professional you are. And how much you care about the products you're selling, especially if it's very specific. 83% of customers tend to visit a business's website, before going to their store. So again, website's super important. As with all things, first impressions are key. Having a unfavorable homepage will turn customers away. The recommendations were to ensure the website is clear, concise, requires the user to jump through as little hoops as possible, make all of your products available, categorize them, but maybe don't limit the categorization to just a few items and you can't view the rest, for instance. Design choices should represent your business in some way without being overbearing or corny. You don't need to go full out on theming. That's not incredibly important. However, having a cohesive theme is. And the more cohesive your theme is, even down to theming your whole website on it, like the Assembly of Texas website, will lead to users feeling that you understand your business. As long as you're doing that, maybe muted colors or without putting a bunch of like JPEG images, it's just a little subtle design choices that'll make the user really want to use your website more and view your store and maybe come in person. Make sure to include item information as though you were describing it to someone over the phone. They need to know everything because, of course, they can't put it in their hands, they can't feel it. So they need to be able to see any information that comes to mind without having to contact you because that's slow Most people won't do it unless they're really, really interested. And if they're really, really interested, hopefully they'll just come to your store and pick it up. So, and doing that would be, of course, to include images, interesting descriptions of the product, and perhaps how the user might, well, use it, the size of the product, and obviously the price. And now we'll go to questions and discussions. Does anyone have any questions? Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming to, or viewing, or listening to this presentation. See ya.